Today we're here with Olympian Toby Ng to show you the 3 levels of deception, all the way from beginner to advanced, and how these different levels hit their own deceptive shots. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and watch until the end of the video.
The problem with many beginner trick shots is that they are tricking themselves and thinking that it's actually very good. But when you watch them on video, they are obviously otherwise. Let's show you some examples. So one of these examples is when people look away from them hitting the shot. Just because you cannot see the shot doesn't mean your opponent can't see you not looking at the shuttle. It doesn't work because your opponent is watching your racket and the shuttle. They're not watching where you're looking, because if they are, you're not playing badminton, you're doing something else. Another one beginners try and do is when their swing is too big, so they pretend to hit the shuttle. The swing is actually too early, so it doesn't really trick your opponent. It just kind of makes you hit really late. And then now you're trying to make timing with a big swing in a bad position. So that's generally not going to be a very good deceptive thing, and your opponent will probably see through it very easily. For intermediate deception or trick shots, here's a very kind of general shot you can do at the net. You can pretend you are hitting a lift or a straight net shot, and then last second you would hit a cross court. So a lot of it would just involve holding your racket up, dropping it, and then hitting the shuttle at a lower point. So another intermediate trick shot or deception is actually when you pretend to hit something hard, but then you hit it soft. The closer you get to more of an advanced level, then the more useful it will be. Again, a lot of times it's just stopping your swing, so you hit a softer shot, and we can use this in various places on the court, whether it's at the front or at the back, depending on what you want to do. So advanced level trick shots, a lot of them are reactionary, especially like the around the back saves, between the legs, but it's just kind of making sure the racket is where the shuttle is. Advanced level deception is actually a lot of anticipation and making accurate predictions of where the shuttle will be, so you can kind of do the shot you want. On the other end, you also want to make your opponent think a certain way. So you really have to present yourself to make it and really sell that you want to hit a certain shot, but at the last second, you make the adjustment and change. For higher level play, think of trying to make your opponent lose balance, and if you happen to win the rally outright, then that's a bonus. Okay, so for this serve return, you have options. You first want to use your backhand. So if they're serving to the T spot, of course, you can use your forehand, but sometimes too, if you want to use your backhand, you can still hit a fairly reasonable shot. The thing with advanced deception is that you actually have options. And then the better you are, then you can actually decide what you want to hit based on where your opponent is standing. So sometimes I might just kind of come in and just test the waters and just hit a very easy serve return, right? Now that I've done that, depending on how my opponent returns, then I can add in deception if I feel he's going to follow the shuttle and then hit to the other side. So I'm trying to move the same way, but I just hit a different shot. And I actually hit the shot slightly lower so I can get it to go to the other direction. So it makes it quite hard. And then if they're now waiting for me to hit this shot, then I can take it early and then hit to the other corner. So actually now I have 2 shots. So for advanced deception, you want to be able to have at least 2 options. So the other thing as well, notice that I really try and take a step to sell the shot I want to hit, and then I have the option. What intermediates will do is they'll just do the racket motion versus adding in the movement. Okay, so another advanced, people call it trick shots, but they're actually just almost like a scramble defense. So how to hit shots, let's say around the back or between the legs, right? Or even turning and hitting the other way. A lot of that is just trying to predict where the shuttle will be and just moving your racket in front of it. So as long as you can figure out where your racket position is relative to your body, and if it matches up to where the shuttle location is, there's a very good chance that it'll go over. Okay, so the first thing to do actually is like, if I'm going to swing around the back, right? So where is my racket face, right? So if I'm holding the racket and I swing this way and my racket is here, that means I have to either have the shuttle come over here, or maybe I have to move slightly, right? So if it's a little bit higher, I might have to jump a bit, but I'm just moving my racket relative to where I think the shuttle will be. And then the more practice or more experience you have playing, then you'll have a better idea and make a better guess, better chance of getting a shot over.
So if you want to look like a pro, then don't play like a beginner. Make sure to comment down below what you want to see next, and we'll see you next time.